Men should always pay on the first date, and this is why.
Okay, let's hear why. Spoiler alert, it has to do with how much money they spent on making up their face.
There's about to be $2,000 on my face, so
How much? Oh dear. Now let's see why it costs almost $2,000 to put on one's face.
starting with Dior Moisturizer, $135, Dior Capture View Serum, $125, Dior Primer, $50, Armani Primer, $46, Flawless Filter, $49, Chanel Liquid Highlighting Drops, $57, Dior Foundation, $57, Dior Concealer, $40, Chanel Bronzer, $60, Chanel Multi-Use Stick, $50, Chanel Blush Stick, $54, YSL Highlighter, $27, Chanel Powder, $56, Dior Bronzer, $50, Dior Highlight, $50, Dior Backstage, $48, these Dior Blushes, $80 total, Dior Backstage, $52, Eyeshadow, $68, Dior Eyeliner, $35, $68, Bamboo Moonstone, $24, Eyeliner, $35, Eyelash Curler, $35, Dior Mascara, $33, YSL Mascara, $35, Royal Lip Liner, $24, Charlotte Tilbury Liner, $25, Chanel Lip Duo, $48, Chanel Lip Gloss, $40, Urban Decay Setting Spray, $36. Total cost is $1,745. If you're a girl, make sure the man pays. Don't waste $2,000 on nothing.
Now that we've seen that, let's take a look at the before and the after. Now, it's just my opinion, but I actually do believe that most gentlemen would prefer how one looked before spending almost $2,000 to apply product to one's face just in an effort to try to impress someone on a first date, no less. Because it really does speak volumes that someone would spend that amount of money just to try to impress someone. And indeed, it says that women really don't do that for themselves. They do that for men.
Rule of thumb, there ain't no amount of makeup that will cover up that much crazy.
Men want to be alone, but we don't want to be by ourselves. We want you somewhere, like in the dwelling, just not here, like just like around the corner, in the vents. You can sit in the vent. I don't care if you want to watch me, but in the on the roof, anywhere, but just not in front of me, trying to be my friend. What you doing? What you doing? Watching baseball? Why you watching baseball by yourself?
Men who want to go their own way don't wish to alter the status quo. Instead, they prefer being sigmas to alphas.
What are you doing?
Taking out my clear lines because I can't eat them my clear liners.
Can't you go to the bathroom and take the water?
Well, yeah, I could. I just didn't think you would mind.
Well, I do.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess.
Oh, this is all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. I'm not really up for that kind of stuff.
Are you seriously leaving?
What do you guys think about this clip? Did he go too far? Was this justified? What do you think?
Men who go their own way are becoming increasingly popular as more guys realize that the traditional life of marriage and children is not a realistic option for them nowadays. Men are becoming more and more dissatisfied with social norms, unfair laws, and disrespectful women.
My number one tip for any woman dating right now.
Anyone want to wager a guess what this advice is going to be about? Somehow guessing by the caption that it's going to be about money.
Is to make him pay for everything.
Ooh, it's fun to be right. Now let's see why they think the guy should pay for everything.
If he doesn't pay for you, he will not feel as invested in you because he's put literally actual no investment in you.
So dating is a form of investment now. There's something to be said for transactional relationships, isn't there?
So make him pay for everything. Good luck.
Well, that's all well and good. But what exactly is the guy getting in return for this investment? As apparently that's what relationships are now. A guy being fully invested by paying for everything. But yet, what's the return on that investment? Because after all, just because he pays for everything, that's no guarantee that the woman is even going to stay in the relationship or even remain remotely interested, and could in fact be entertaining other men as well that are also paying for everything. So what exactly is the benefit that the guy is getting out of all of this, I wonder?
Are women happier than men, or are men happier than women? Let's get into it. I got some science for you today. Studies show that men are actually happier than women. Women constantly score higher in neuroticism in psychological studies. What is neuroticism? Neuroticism is a trait that tends to experience negative emotions like anger, anxiety, self-consciousness, irritability, emotional instability, and depression. Why is this so? Differences in brain chemistry and hormone fluctuations. Women are more prone to stress and ruminate. Men tend to engage in active problem-solving behaviors when they experience stress. And because of their coping mechanism, they are not experiencing as much negative emotions.
The fundamental tenets of men who go their own way include choosing not to get married, avoiding unnecessary conflict, and living without being in a lifelong relationship with women. Men in the men who go their own way community occasionally express a desire for a girlfriend or multiple girlfriends, but never consider entering into a marriage contract. They may even desire to use surrogacy to have a child even though they are not married.
Single?
Yes,
How much do a man gotta make to be with you?
at least $1,000.
A year?
No.
A month?
Every day.
$1,000 every day?
Yeah.
He gotta make $1,000 every day to be with you.
Yeah,
Why?
because that's bare minimum to me. I need things done. I need my lifestyle.
So how much you gotta make a day to be with him?
He shouldn't worry about that.
So what can you do for a man that making all that money a day?
Bring him peace and happiness.
$1,000 a day.
Yes. Yes. 1,000 is nothing per day.
But you make 1,000?
I make more than that. So
Okay.
that's bare minimum.
Yeah, okay.
These are once more unusual circumstances. The lack of want for marriage is the underlying factor, though, as divorce is a brutally taxing financial and emotional experience. Simply put, men who go their own way are against cohabitation in marriage. The gynocentrism, or rather, the feminine privilege that has afflicted modern society, is something that men who go their own way, men are standing against.
I can do anything that a man can do. I deserve to be treated equal.
I am so sick and tired of being treated like one of the guys. What can a girl do to get an ounce of respect from men? Chivalry is dead. Dead.
So tired of hearing they don't need men. That is, until the car breaks down, the plumbing fails, anything that requires strength, or they need protection from something. Guess they didn't think of that.
Why would they want one? What's the number one thing that motivates guys in relationships? We're all thinking the same thing, and they can get that whenever they want, with no commitment nowadays. They can meet that need, live on their own, make their own decisions, and do what else they want to do. We've devalued sharing our lives and decisions. We look at it as more of a chore now, and most relationships survive on the feeling of love until that wears out because it's temporary, and then they have to really love someone, and that requires work, effort. They don't want to do that anymore.
Modern ideologies claim to have freed women, but they have merely made them into glorified corporate slaves. While some modern women don't want to be objectified, they do want the freedom to dress however they like, even if that means being extremely provocative and attention-seeking.
So why is it that it feels like men are giving up on dating? On a daily basis, I have so many women say to me they just can't find quality men out there to be able to build a relationship with.
They barely cover themselves, go out more, and demand respect from good men at the same time. At the end of the day, these women receive no respect, and a ton of males only want to be with them for casual one-night stands without even thinking about anything long-term. There is still hope for men who go their own way in the world despite all this degradation. As you can see, the foundation is really strong, and a number of men with very different viewpoints are happier than ever. Many boys and men are awakening to political correctness and Me Too movements. Saying something without offending someone is difficult.
My date showed up with her best friend. They ordered the most expensive food and drinks. I said I had to use the bathroom. I hope Daddy's credit card works.
People are mad at me for leaving a date who brought her best friend to dinner. Essentially, I had a date plan with one of the girls, and when I arrived, she said her friend was joining us. And when we sat down, they started ordering drinks and appetizers and complimented me the whole time. At this point, I knew this was a scam, and I left. And people are saying that I didn't have a right to leave because those women probably earn triple my wage, and I can't face the embarrassment of not being able to afford cheap drinks. And that poor dudes shouldn't date, just stay at home. I don't know. What do you guys think?
This is disrespect. If it is a planned date in an intimate setting, it should just be the two of you. And for her to invite her friend to sit down with you guys, it's disrespectful of your time.
If you want a lot of women but no commitment, I go for it. Be always respectful, of course, and resist the temptation to believe that you are neglecting them or working too hard. Go for it too if you want the Sigma way of life. Men do not compel other men to share their viewpoints. They just exchange experiences and promote genuine diversity, which, incidentally, is a strength of their community.
Do you care about being liked for your personality at all, or is just like your status? Like,
if you don't reach a certain status, she's not going to give a fuck about your personality. That's the reality.
I don't believe that's true. The first thing that somebody is attracted to is your personality, charm, and your charisma. Personality, charm, and your charisma.
For me personally, it's you have to meet me at least halfway or higher.
Okay.
You know, but like,
So if you're making 100 grand, you would not date a guy that makes 40 grand.
I want to be able to grow from you.
So the answer is no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Fair
want to
enough.
be able to grow from you.
Adam just asked you, right? If you can date a guy that doesn't match your requirements for money, right? What'd you say? Your level or above?
Yeah.
Which proves my point
Every single
before
day.
when I said you can't even play the game unless you're of a certain level, but then you guys want to talk about personality. And I'm saying men can't even play sometimes with certain types of women and won't even get a chance unless they rise to a certain level.
A man will work 18 hours a day and then come home to his woman, only to find her nagging and whining about everything in her day and how she wants him to do this and do that. Women love to gossip, they love drama, and they love arguing about everything. On top of that, they expect men to listen to all of this on a daily basis.
That they don't see guys as like, we're like fourth. I think for Zoomer women, we're like seventh most important. And for women past the wall, we're like fourth most important priority, right? We're not as important as we think we are to women, right? If women do not show me that they don't care about being in relationships, right? Then why would I chase them down? I've had women that, you know, offer to take care of my puppy, right? Almost lose him, almost get him killed, and then hand him over to me and say, hey, sorry about your dog, and then laugh and say, I can't see you anymore. I'm seeing another guy. And then a week before that, we were holding hands at a coffee shop. A lot of men are trying their best and have tried their whole lives to be in the top so they can get a wife and kids. And guess what? Women still are not asking for relationships. I can promise you, you can't see this, and I don't blame you because you don't.
I guess it's for these reasons that men are turning away from women and realizing that it's just not worth it anymore because they bring negativity, drama, gossip, conflict, lies, and dishonesty to the table, which overrides anything good they might bring to the relationship. While men are seekers of peace in relationships, women want the opposite.
Oh my goodness, her delusion is over 9,000.
You'd be cool with a guy that makes less money, but he's a hard worker, like he's ambitious. Yeah. Let's say he just started his own business, but he makes $45,000 a year. Would you date him?
He wouldn't be able to afford my engagement ring. I'm getting an 8-carat cushion cut vintage engagement ring. If you make $45,000 a year, it would take you 4 years? No. 8 years to afford my
how much?
engagement ring?
I don't know anything about rings. How much is that?
About $200,000.
Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you insane?
My ring has to sparkle from across the street. Like, you have to see that shit. It's gonna blind people.
But that's so superficial. Okay, well, I'm just thinking, like, you're gonna miss out on a lot of guys because I'm telling you, no, but not in a good way.
Subscribe for more content like this.
In case you're unaware of what men who go their own way are all about, keep listening. The mainstream media and social movements that support de facto inequality, a lack of morals, and the decline of the so-called developed countries have limited their methods by characterizing men who go their own way as a patriarchal anti-woman, radical, and separatist movement. Thanks for watching Male Imperium. Please show us your love by subscribing to the channel using the bell icon. We're also up for debate and some healthy banter, so don't forget to comment under the video.